team was welcomed home by a sellout crowd and a national television audience. Keith Jackson and Bob Greasy at the microphone for ABC Sports.
The Syracuse Orangemen and the Texas
Box, New York Giants general manager George Young, along with former Syracuse coaches Ben Schwartzwalder and Roy Simmons Sr. It was their team that last met the Texas Longhorns. That victory in the Cotton Bowl earned the Orangemen the 1959 national championship. Now, 33 years later, these two tradition-rich programs were ready to tee it up.
The Syracuse Orangemen hosting the Texas Longhorns. Hello again, everybody. Keith Jackson, Bob Greasy. We welcome you to the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, where the Orangemen today.
Two is Young. Young gets blocked. Greco gets blocked. And a nice piece of running by Brown. The hole wasn't exactly where it was supposed to be. Good play, good call by Makovic. A draw on third down.
Number 48 at the bottom of the picture. He's a burner. Gardere lets it go toward him, and it's intercepted. He underthrew him, and Bob Grosvenor intercepted it. Pass intended for Derek Duke.
From behind the defense, they'll be coming right at you, number 27. You've got to be sure you get the ball over the short man. He was wide open, Duke 48. He just didn't get enough air and get it over Grosvenor.
Report, scores, and highlights from across the country after the game. And keep in mind that time permits.
3rd and 12, Keith. This has got to be a 4-down area. You don't have to get all 12 of it. If you get half of it, you can go for it on 4th down.
Crowd comes up. Good protection for Gardere. Down the middle, intended for Pearson. Intercepted on the tip by Bob Grosvenor. His second interception of the day. And the penalty flag is thrown at the end of the play.
Here's the receiver here. He's going to go down and run it to the inside. Let's run it a little bit, and then we're going to try and stop it a little bit later. Watch the receiver. He's going to break, get jammed. Now it comes to the inside. Stop it right there. Look at all the men around him. There's no way you can throw the ball over the front two and in front of the last guy and try to get that complete. He forced that ball. Should have gone somewhere else.
Timeout called on the field. Time remaining in the ball game. 2:02, and Syracuse with no yard on it. Here again is the interception that may have killed off the last Texas hope.
Good protection. You have to take what the defense gives you. It's an old cliche, but it's as true as they come. Throws it over the two linebackers right there. And the safety really had the best shot at it. It deflects it, and Grosvenor makes the interception.
He had a man underneath, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't for the first down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking I got to throw for the first down. The defense forces you to throw underneath them. And he had 3rd down. He could have gone for it on 4th down. But those are things that you have to learn.
Mental errors in game 1. I think game 2 we grew a little bit, realized what we had to do, and we came through when we had to. The first interception, where I was out in flat coverage, and I turned my back to the quarterback to check the wide receiver and turned around. I saw the ball in the air and jumped up for it, and fortunately I was there in the coverage.
Second one?
Second one, we're in a 2-deep coverage. Ball was thrown. Tony Jones made a great play on it, tipped it right up into my hands, and then I tried to get a little more out of it. And there's a penalty on the play, but we're still just happy to get the ball.
White Lightning ran with the ball pretty well, too.
Yeah, I tried to get a few more yards out of it, you know, made a couple cuts, but I think I'll stay on defense. I don't think I'm ready to run the ball.
Orangemen play Ohio State 6:30 on.
Later, the Orangemen went to Louisville with a renewed spirit, unity, and desire. They struggled, but they got the job done.
Back there breaks it up at the 40-yard line.
Kevin Cook, and that ball hung in the air, allowing Bob Grosvenor, the safety, the strong safety, to break it up.
He hung that one up in the air, and Grosvenor able to get underneath it. Here's a look at Joseph, the corner, as he gives a little shove there, and then Cook gets passed on down the line here, and Grosvenor, the safety, comes over, gets in good position, and ball a little bit underthrown. Cook looking for some interference.
Again, he gets away from Chip Todd, who gets pushed in the back. This play will come back. Grosvenor defending, and he has come up with the interception.
That's got to be a hole down there.
And now we have a penalty in the backfield.
Yeah, that was holding.
Holding against Louisville. The interception downfield by Bob Grosvenor. And Syracuse apparently will decline the penalty, take the ball with 2 minutes and 13. But they take it deep in their own territory. At their own 18-yard line. Look at it again.
They ran a stunt with Basile and Mitchell, and I'll tell you what, Brom is running quickly. Basile tries to get in his face. I didn't see the hold, but look at the nice body position by Grosvenor as he stepped in front of Asher.
Was it Chip Todd who got held in the backfield?
I think it was, yeah, they had a hand up on his back.
5 stops remained along the road. The first one, Temple University in Philadelphia. Coach more memories on Halloween night in the Carrier Dome. This game against respected rival.
By Bob Grosvenor. And he is out of bounds just across midfield. Ryan way overthrowing his intended target. Second Syracuse pick of the day goes to strong safety Bob Grosvenor.
You cannot throw the ball on an overthrow, get the ball high when you're throwing in the middle of the field. If you're going to do anything, throw it low. He's trying to hit the tight end against the cover two. The ball gets away from him, and the safeties have too much time to react. You see both safeties were in position to intercept that because the ball hung in the air so long. John Ryan will learn that as a young quarterback. When you're throwing in the middle of the field, that ball has to get there on a rope and get there in a hurry.
Given the right situation, may be able to play the National Football.
That's the key, the right situation, the right kind of offensive scheme and philosophy.
On first down, Martin runs it again across the 30.
French dinner for us next Friday night. In a suite at the hotel and limousine service.
Tim Colicchio to the 42. Grosvenor on the tackle. Our fine statistician Jim Stamos would just take some, probably a couple of gyros with hitting the 22. And Ryan trying that play fake, but that's a live football, and it's covered by JoJo Wooden for Syracuse. Third turnover by Pittsburgh.
You know, it's not a matter of just calling blitzes if you're a defensive coordinator. It's a matter of calling them at the right time. Kevin Coyle calls a strong safety blitz here, and it couldn't have been called at a better time. Bootleg, the quarterback doesn't see it coming, and as soon as he turns around, there's the strong safety, makes the hit, causes the fumble. Excellent call by Kevin Coyle at the right time.
Bob Grosvenor that created the fumble. Syracuse football will be back.
He's a wide receiver in that situation. He no longer is a defensive back. He's a wide receiver. He tracks the ball down, catches it with his hands. And Graves, you know, you hate to throw an interception like that. I mean, it just kind of adds to an otherwise good day. Kind of puts a black eye on it, but a great play by Grapefruit.
This one should be picked, and it is. Frank Cole just kind of threw a dirigible up there, and Bobby Grosvenor caught it. He could have fair caught that one.
I'm laughing here because Drakeford just took the lead in the Big East with his 6th interception over Bob Grosvenor, and the next play, Grosvenor ties him right back up again with his 6th for the year.
Frank Beamer going to try to console Trey Cole. This is not a well-thrown ball.
No, it isn't. When you're thrown in the middle of the field like that, you just can't put the ball up in the air for that long. The safeties have too much time to react to the football. I mean, You just can't make that throw. I mean, that almost looked like a punt, and Grosvenor was there to...
The Syracuse sideline. Finally, it was
day in the Valley of the Sun. Mark the ball at the 31-yard line, first down, Colorado.
I was about to say, I'd forgotten what 70 degrees felt like.
It is
good,
nice,
doesn't it?
It really does. Well, enjoy it, because you don't get too used to it. You're going to Buffalo at midnight tonight, maybe. Here's a little fake of the draw. The pass is high, and it is intercepted. Bob Grosvenor picks it off. A young man who had 6 interceptions during the regular season.
Grosvenor's going to come off of his man to the other side of the field. Johnson runs the in route to the left. Stewart just plain doesn't see him. Draw fake, steps up in the pocket and throws downfield. Number 27 cuts across. That's his 7th interception of the season, having a great year from strong safety.
And you were talking about the talk. Grosvenor said, I don't like to talk, I just like to do it. And he did.
Take a look at the head of Cordell Stewart as he take a look at where he's looking when he backpedals. He's looking completely to the left. Now you'll see number 18 coming to your screen, Jones. From this side, Grosvenor is going to come over in the zone, completely reading. Take a look at Stewart where he's looking. He's fixated on Johnson. That enables Grosvenor to come over and pick it off in the middle of the field, reading Stewart's eyes.
Welcome to Ficklin Stadium in Greenville, North Carolina for our Thursday night CFA matchup. The 6th-ranked Orangemen of Syracuse against the Pirates of East Carolina.
Mitchell, the senior noseman and Outland Trophy and Lombardi Award candidate. Chip Todd, the only starting linebacker back, not a redshirt freshman. The senior was a part-time starter last season. The secondary, the most experienced unit, Bob Grosvenor, one of the nation's leaders in interceptions last season. Mike
Crandall with time, throws complete near midfield.
A host of orange jerseys right there. Grosvenor made the stop on Letcher along with Shaw. Greg Shaw, redshirt freshman.
Very tight splits by East Carolina, and here's the reason. They don't want to allow Kevin Mitchell, number 50, any kind of penetration, so now they're doubling him with Tom Coleman, number 74, and Kevin Wiggins, 63. Here's the pass. He threw it into a lot of crowd.
There's the first down efficiency for East Carolina. Crandall in the flat behind Letcher.
Right out there with him was Bob Grosvenor, the strong safety. And they expect Grosvenor to play much better this week. Last week, with Tony Jones out, he had to make all the defensive signal calls. They said he's a lot better off if he can just go out there and use his ability.
Yeah, he's relaxed now, Mike, because last week he sat in center field, made all the calls. He's used to playing around the ball. He wants to make tackles as a strong safety. So he's happy to see number 18 back, Tony Jones.
3rd down and 9.
3rd and 12, they go to the shotgun.
A lot of pressure by Syracuse. Crandall throws, man open. Letcher. There's a flag down on the play. Hold the phone.
Crandall back in the shotgun to give him a better look. Here comes the blitz by Syracuse. A corner route. Morris Letcher, number 4, versus the strong safety, Bob Grosvenor. Behind him. Great throw by Marcus Crandall, and if you're Steve Logan, you're looking for 4 more years of this.
Letcher did not have this ball very long. In fact, he didn't have it at all.
Wow, you're right, Mike. They missed that one.
No catch. I mean, that baby just bounced off of him, off of the defender, back off of him, and the official in the corner missed it.
Well, I think he's thinking they haven't been able to catch one yet, so we'll give Marcus Crandall this score.
That's unbelievable. So, in fact, they dropped 3 touchdown passes. This one, however, counts.
I would like to be Morris Letcher now. He's standing there right now. He knows he didn't make the catch.
Got a big smile on his face, though.
He says college football's great.
Crandall under some pressure, throws on the run, incomplete, intended for McPhail. Covered very well by Grosvenor, the strong safety.
And what you want in a freshman quarterback is to challenge the receivers, and that's what he's doing right now.
Tonight, for the first time ever, the University of Cincinnati meets Syracuse in a football game. A bit of breather, but he is now up to 42 yards and only 5 carries. He's got the call again. And man, does he charge hard. Del Kimbrough down to the 33-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 more.
I watched something interesting. Mitchell, moved the linebacker, and he's going to come up to Kimbrough, and he's going to deliver a shot, but he bounces back. Watch 50, Mitchell, right there. He's reading the play. Kimbrough's got the ball. He fills the hole. Watch what happens. He knocks Mitchell backwards. Mitchell, I give him credit, he stayed on, but Grosvenor came up, made a big hit. And Kimbrough, lost his helmet, didn't he?
And he is down.
And there's the watch Mitchell. Now he'll stay on. Now watch. There's Grosvenor, the kid from Elmira. Nice hit. And I think Kimbrough is probably just
not recording an official sack. Here's the handoff to Del Kimbrough. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's got a first down, and he carries it inside the 40-yard line of Syracuse.
Nice job. They got a nice blocking at the point of attack, and then downfield. Let's see where it goes. Starts. There it goes outside. Let's see. Jones not able to just missed the tackle. He's got that one arm, but he's got to get in front of somebody.
See a nice runner, Del Kimbrough, out of Alex Quippa-Paye.
Tony Dorsett country. He's up to 70 yards, and Syracuse giving up some rushing yards last week. 121 against Texas in the whole game.
Here's a bootleg. Underneath man, the tight end. Grosvenor put him down at the 32-yard line.
Well, he gets a pass, but boy, it's the run that's been making it, and they stop him for 2, but then they break one, and the Syracuse defense bending a little bit as he ran a little fake, a little bootleg, and he's taking his time. Hits his tight end. Guzda, 240 pounds.
Syracuse. Here's Harp with a bootleg. Harp with a short toss in the flat. Patterson makes the catch, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Dingle gets a pass completion early in the second half. Harp, check that. Dingle. Dingle's the linebacker. They've gone from offense. It happens so fast. They went from defense to offense.
Sweet goes to the left.
This is a big play. Show blitz. Back off.
Nice moving pocket by Harp. He goes upfield. Broken up. Intended for Tramel Ham. And now they'll bring on the punter. Minute and 50 to go in this third quarter.
Nice shot by Grosvenor on Anthony Ladd, the wide receiver, just to make sure that you don't have it. Unofficially. So the exact opposite of what happened in Texas. They have not been able to contain the rush, and they have not been able to rush themselves.
Staggered eye in motion by Patterson. He becomes the lead blocker for Harding, and that time Bob Grosvenor, the safety, up in the backfield, made the stop. Got an injured lineman down for Cincinnati, face down.
See, they're
moving and trying to shift from the tight end side. Now they move strength. Syracuse a little confused there, but it didn't help as Grosvenor came up and made a nice tackle. That was Maddox. Let's not let this one slip away. We got to do what we've done all day. We got to run the football. Let's see who comes up big defensively for Syracuse.
It's loud in here. Hope you can hear us. Harp on the handoff. No, it's a bootleg. And a toss up in the flat. It's incomplete.
There's one big play. That's Bobby Grosvenor. One question asked, one answer given. Nice hit. Perfect timing. Take the ball, knock it down. Good job.
He almost was able to come up with that football.
He did his job. See if that Syracuse defense gets ready and set to go. They got Joseph, Parker, Jones, Grosvenor, and Bevel in the game. 5 defensive backs.
Patterson in motion. Again, the bootleg over Freeney, incomplete.
Boy, Grosvenor's had a couple of big plays.
There's a penalty marker down, or is that just a piece of equipment? No flag. No flag. Second down and 10.
The kid from my hometown, Elmira, New York, doing the job right there. Really put the hit. Make sure that that ball didn't get there.
Now, you have to think a little bit about the strategy. Cincinnati throwing the ball.
4 tackles for Brown, none bigger than that one. Ernie Davis Brown from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, along with Freeney, both of them there. Big loss.
Incomplete.
Nice play, Grosvenor right there.
Harp again hits the deck.
Bobby Grosvenor having a great game. They're blitzing Hemsley. Right in position. Ball thrown. He had to throw it underneath. Grosvenor, just good position. Nice job, Bob Grosvenor.
Countdown in the dome. Those who stayed late got rewarded. Syracuse has defeated Cincinnati 24-21. The Orangemen stay undefeated in 1993. Now speaking for Dale Drypolster and Dan Hort, this is Dave Cohen thanking you for joining.
It's the Big East Football Conference Game of the Week. Today's matchup features the Orangemen of Syracuse University taking on the Panthers of the University of Pittsburgh. 3rd and 7 for John Ryan and the Panthers. Passing situation, under pressure, got a man. Bill Davis at the 50. First down, Pittsburgh in Syracuse territory. Finally brought down by Bob Grosvenor. 27 yards on the play.
Key to this play, great pass protection, particularly from the left side. The right side of the Syracuse defense is going to run a little stunt. Look at the left part of your screen. Here's a little cross stunt. Now they do a nice job picking it off at the last minute. Ryan stays right in the pocket, fires a strike to Davis downfield, and a big first down, a big 3rd down conversion.
2nd and short. Martin outside. First down and more. A lot more into Syracuse territory. Finally brought down by Bob Grosvenor and Chip Todd, number 57, 24 yards.
Used to change up my snap count, try to get him to jump offside.
1st and 20 from the pit, 42. Mitchell in pursuit of Ryan, who completes it outside to Washington. Not much happening there at the 45. He picks up 4. Maurice Washington, 5'9" junior out of Washington, PA.
The reason Kevin Coyle told me they moved Kevin Mitchell back down to the nose tackle is that when they tried him at linebacker, he was a good line.
Down and 7. Ball's at the 23. Ryan with the fake. Ryan with the throw. And the completion to Junior Green. Breaks through into Syracuse territory. First down, Pitt. Bob Grosvenor finally brings him down. 26 yards on the game.
That's the best throw that John Ryan has made all day. He stood in the pocket. He stepped right through this ball and threw a strike. Watch him. They fake the counter. You got to respect Curtis Martin on the counter. Now watch him step right through it and throw an excellent throw to Junior Green. That's the kind of play that John Ryan has to make.
Had some time. Good blocking here by the Pitt offensive line.
Excellent job blocking in there by Jared Miller, working against the outside backer, Scott Freeney.
Martin gets an opportunity. Breaks it. Outside. Good game. Still on his feet. First down, Pittsburgh. Outstanding effort and determination by Curtis Martin. Bob Grosvenor brings him down. Gain of 16, and Grandmama likes that one.
Curtis Martin fumbled earlier in the game because he was hit by a blitzing cornerback that he didn't see. He is not a fumble-prone guy, and this is a mistake Syracuse makes. They go to try to tackle the ball. Bryce Bevel, he's going to try to rip the ball out, but Curtis Martin, he's not a fumbling type back. He just shook that off and turns it into a lot of extra yards. And stick with it. If that played out, he would love to keep John Ryan in the entire game.
Play action. Gets a block. Throws. Complete. Dropped by Junior Martin. Junior Green had it inside the 15-yard line. Not a bad throw as Wayne Joseph covered for Syracuse.
They're getting some openings using the twin receivers. Bill Davis, the outside receiver, is going to run the defense off, and there's Junior Green breaking it out. Now, this ball's a little bit tough because it's up in the air. Green should have come down with it. If he catches it the first time, he gets his feet in bounds.
Syracuse Orangemen will escape Pitt Stadium with a 24-21 win, a hard-fought contest. Pitt Panthers made a great account of themselves today. Syracuse improves its conference record to 1-1. Pitt Panthers 0-2. Overall, Syracuse now 4-1-1, and the Pitt Panthers 1-5, but they are one heck of an improved.
Curtis Martin was so good in that game.
Yeah, he was. He was a good back, and we knew he would be going in. And one of the things we've got to do is get better tackling, a very basic fundamental of the game.
All right, Coach, in a couple of moments, Syracuse Football Focus rolls on. We'll talk with a couple of key players from the SU Pitt game, Bob Grosvenor, the safety, and Kirby Dardar, the junior running back. Right after we hear a word from Syracuse Football Focus, Football Fact. SU's longest ever win streak, 16 games, ended back in 1960 against none other than the Pitt Panthers. A couple of guys who did very well Saturday against the Pitt Panthers, Bob Grosvenor, senior safety, and Kirby Dardar, junior running back. Guys, thanks very much for coming on Syracuse Football Focus.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you first about the game against Curtis Martin. And I read one quote, or heard about one quote, where you said, every time I looked up, number 29 was right in my face. Curtis Martin, 206 yards rushing. The guy just really lit it up against Syracuse.
Well, he was a tough runner. Just so many times that we had him wrapped up at the line of scrimmage sometimes, but he just had such great balance, such great awareness. And he just found a way to get loose and, got a couple big gains. And I said yesterday, he's definitely the kind of guy you're going to be playing on Sunday afternoon here in a couple years.
A guy named Bennett coming up from Miami, I think, is pretty good as well. One of the best running backs. Seems like every week you guys face a top running back. You've got Darnell Campbell and Anthony Comer from Boston College, and then Curtis Martin, and then Bennett coming up, and Thomas from Virginia Tech. There's a lot of big running backs out there.
Yeah, there is. The Big East is really getting known for some great running backs, ourselves included, with the great running backs we have. But we're looking forward to getting another chance at improving on our tackling this week and going down to Miami.
Was the off week good for the defense, do you think?
I think it is. We settled down a little bit, and I can't say enough about how the guys played there, especially in the last drive of the game, stopping down on the 3-yard line. That was big, and gives us a little bit extra confidence going into next week.
Okay, Kirby, let's go on to you quickly. I guess just the presence and the aura of playing in Miami, it's always special. Certainly last year meant a whole lot, but this year, in a different way, it means a lot. Kirby, go ahead.
Well, it's going to be a great homecoming for me, going back down to Miami and playing in front of my family and whatever, and guys that I played with in high school. So it's going to be great going back down there and playing in front of those guys and trying to put on a good show against those guys.
Bob, quickly, your thoughts on playing Miami?
It's always great to play a team like Miami with the great tradition, and always hear about them in the news and the papers every week. So this is my one of my last 5 games coming as a senior for Syracuse, so I'm looking forward to it and get a chance to play in the Orange Bowl for the first time.
All right, guys, thanks very much for joining us. Now, Syracuse Football Focus roll.
All right, Jerry, thanks very much. It's West Virginia and Syracuse. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in a moment.
ESPN's presentation of CFA football is brought to you by
Walker. Gaping hole up the middle. Walker to the 10. Stopped by Bob Grosvenor, the strong safety. And Walker starting to hit his stride.
Rich Brown, the offensive left tackle at 290 pounds. Watch this guy, number 78, pull around and lead this play. You see him right there flash across your screen. Well, then he flattens the defensive lineman. That allows Walker to get up and through.
First down, West Virginia, just over at its own 19-yard line. And look at the total yardage. Niners nearing 200. Walker cuts it back. Robert Walker to the 33-yard line, first down.
They're running over there behind Rich Brom, and hey, you know, if you're going to go to that left side, you got a dominating left tackle. That's not a bad way to go. And you saw Walker with all kinds of room to run up inside. West Virginia is switching up some of their offensive linemen, the heat being a little bit of a factor. Sometimes guys getting tired inside, and you saw that time Walker had an excellent opportunity to run the ball right up the right tackle.
49 seconds to go. The Mountaineers with one timeout. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. Kelchner with a great fake and wants to throw the bomb. Throws for Kearney, and it's nearly intercepted by Grosvenor. And Kearney may have gotten away with offensive interference because he was right on top of Grosvenor.
Double coverage on the play, and Bob Grosvenor was stayed with him all the way. It was an excellent position. We'll get to see here at the end of the play whether or not Kearney comes over his back to try to break it up. Kearney ends up playing defensive back, and yeah, he was all over it. He is very fortunate not to get a flag on that one.
I mean, first he grabbed him, then he pulled his jersey, then he mugged him.
If they happened on the street, they'd call 911.
Grosvenor with an excellent play. 37 seconds to go, first half. Trying to set up a showdown with Miami in 3 weeks at Morgantown. They have kept Syracuse in this game, leading only 7-0. Kelchner has to keep it. And is stuffed at the 20. Excellent defensive stand by Syracuse. Ernie Davis Brown was out there, helped string the play out, and then Grosvenor came up from the strong safety spot.
And he's named after former Syracuse great Ernie Brown. And watch him here, number 98, pursue out to the perimeter. Watch him, the foot speed just continues to roll and then makes the stop on Kelchner.
Now offensive, back upstairs.
Thank you, Jerry. 11 out of 16 for Kelchner. Walker breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Near the 25-yard line, Grosvenor has to make another tackle from the strong safety spot.
And Mike, really, this is the time of the game, you know, 9:20 something left in the third quarter, where that defense starts getting worn down a little bit from the offensive line of West Virginia. Big physical offensive line. You saw that play there. It just kind of dominated the line of scrimmage, and that's when it starts to tell on you late in the ball game.
And today in the Carrier Dome, it's the Temple Owls, 1-7, meeting the 4-3-1 Syracuse Orangemen.
So it was a first down, picked up by Lawhorn, and Hobson's in on the defensive front. Burris putting it on his hip over the middle, and it is intercepted by Grosvenor. Off the hands of Frederick, Grosvenor plucked it down, and he returns it into Temple territory. Another senior with a big interception. Bob Grosvenor, his first of the year. Second interception of Burris.
He had a lot of time to pass. Burris dropped back. Pass intended for his favorite target, Frederick, but it was too high. Frederick went up and tipped it, and Grosvenor, doing the safety thing, came up with the interception.
The 7th of his career. Bob Grosvenor's first of this season.
Tony Jones out today, and they've moved Grosvenor over to take his position.
Frederick tripped as he went back. Did a good job, and he's going to run it out. He's determined. Oh, did he duck under that hit?
Yeah. Fortunately for him, he did.
Jeff Frederick. Is he a gutsy player at 5'6" and 160 pounds? Man, here's Dan Hort again.
Dave and Dale, one interesting thing about Syracuse is how quickly it's been able to strike after the turnovers. Joseph makes the interception, first play, 83-yard touchdown. Joseph forces the fumble, first play, Marvin Graves touchdown. Grosvenor makes the interception, 2 plays later, Graves to Dardar for the touchdown. So Syracuse has really capitalized on the turnovers.
Henry Burris at quarterback.
It's the Big East Football Conference Game of the Week. Today's matchup features the Orangemen of Syracuse University taking on the Hokies of Virginia Tech. Here's O'Neal, short hops at his first punt for 52. This one a good one also. Sanders at his 38, looking for the wall. And Grosvenor forces him out of bounds at the 45-yard line, a punt of 45 yards.
It's the football and getting that punt out of there.
Here's DeShazo, straight up the middle. Spinning out of the tackle, finally brought down. That's Dwayne Thomas, nicely done. Bob Grosvenor has to bring him down. A nice hole right up the middle. For tapping, Antonio Freeman is lost with an ankle problem. Second down and 3. Here's DeShazo, outside, picks up a block inside the 30. First down for Virginia Tech. Grosvenor making a lot of tackles out of that secondary, and an outstanding play by DeShazo, faking to swarm on the option.
Well, I'll tell you what, when they run the option, watch how long he keeps the ball in the belly of the fullback. He rides it all the way in there and draws all the linebackers in on the fullback. Then when he pulls it out, he's got a lot of open spaces. I'll tell you what, Maurice DeShazo can run the option as well as any quarterback in the country.
Ernie Davis-Brown playing at left tackle. He's going to need a big game, as well as Mitchell and help from everybody else. And Grosvenor, you've seen him already be involved. Not a good sign when the strong safety has to make so many tackles this early in the game. Sanders to the top of your screen on this 1st and 10 at the 16. And all white finds the hole, gets through it big time to the 5, inside the 5. First down, 1st and goal, Virginia Tech. Outstanding blocking by the Virginia Tech Hokie lineman. 13-yard pickup. Grosvenor, number 27, has to make the stop again.
Well, this is the complement play. They go to the toss. They run it to the strong side. Watch John Burke, the best blocking tight end in the conference, working against a freshman linebacker, Scott Freeney. No match in there. John Burke took him right out of the play. Freeney ends up falling back in, but not until Renald White was down near the goal line.
This Virginia Tech drive started on an interception. DeShazo on the end zone, knocked away. Number 9 makes the play, Dwayne Joseph. Intended for touchdown, Tommy Edwards, who almost got one there. Tommy's got 1 TD via the pass so far this season.
Well, I'll tell you what, good pressure. Watch Grosvenor. He forces DeShazo to throw it early, doesn't allow him to get out on the perimeter, and that gives a chance for Dwayne Joseph to come over and make the play. Nice job. Somebody that they definitely are glad to have back on that front.
Syracuse showing blitz. DeShazo with time. Going for White. White is there, drops the ball. And on his back making the play, Bob Grosvenor.
And that is an excellent play by Grosvenor. Maurice DeShazo saw the blitz. He read it. He audibled to the post pattern. And you think that the thing that makes this such a great play is this is a strong safety, Grosvenor, working against a very fast wide receiver. He's step for step with him, and he times it perfectly, jumping up, knocking the ball down. Normally, when you get a wide receiver working against a strong safety, you've got a mismatch. But Grosvenor plays it perfectly. Look at him just right at the right time, stick that left hand up in there and deflect the pass.
Marvelous coverage by the psychology major from Elmira, New York. 3rd and 9 at the 35 for Tech. DeShazo throwing, Burke knocked away. Syracuse with a chance, with the wind at its back, with a chance to do something here to get within a touchdown.
Yeah, you want to run the football. You want to get it out of the shadow of your own end zone, maybe even make a first down, and then go into halftime and regroup, try to get some enthusiasm back in your offense, because this second quarter had been dominated by the Syracuse defense.
Wayne Thomas with the carry. Bulldog down by Bob Grosvenor. Bobby, number 27. Bryce Bevel there, number 3. Injured Syracuse. 5 to go in the 3rd period. Thomas spins out. Grosvenor with some help from Chip Todd, number 57, with the tackle.
Nice play by Greg Shaw, the inside linebacker, number 48, one of the redshirt freshmen in their package.
Only another 4.5 minutes for DeShazo and company going into the wind on offense. Thomas outside, got a great block from Edmonds. Up to the 36-yard line before Kevin Mitchell runs him down with help from Grosvenor. Edmonds just got outside, and that'll be the lick of the day for him.
I'll tell you what, you have to have a certain mentality to play fullback in an offense like this. Watch number 32 lead the play. Now he's working on a defensive back. Granted, he's got a size advantage, but still a great collision at the point of attack opens up the hole for his tailback. The life of a fullback is not very glorious. You're going to block most of the time.
Good play fake by DeShazo. Got a couple of men. Throws the block, and he dropped it at the 31. He was the underneath guy. Still was deep, as well as Kevin Martin.
And he really had both of them open. Still was running a deep out, and he just couldn't get down on the ball a little bit. It's really, I think it's a catch that Burke should have made. He had both hands on the football. But DeShazo, again, the pass is a little bit high, had to go over a defender. Chip Todd got pretty decent pressure. John Burke wasn't able to come down. They
call it 2nd and 9. Pitch to Thomas. Burke with a fabulous block. Be about a yard short of a first down. Grosvenor's there with help from number 23, Carlos Jackson.
On the ground.
Good call by the officials. Thomas gets a chance. This time breaks this one. Boy, he is having a fabulous day inside the 10-yard line. That'll be a 1st and goal. Grosvenor again making the stop, a 10-yard pickup. And Grosvenor's doing a lot of mopping up today, but that's not a good sign.
No, that's not a good sign. When you're calling the strong safety and the free safety all the time making tackles, it is not a good sign. The front 7 for Syracuse can't get off their blocks, and Dwayne Thomas.
2nd and short. Edmonds brought down. Fumble. Ball's out of bounds. They're going to call him down at the 2-yard line. Grosvenor again pays the price. He makes the play, but just takes a big pop. 12-yard gain.
Well, and I'll tell you what, you've had to see this a lot. The front 7 can't get off the blocks. It's the strong safety making the tackle. Look, nobody touches Edmonds until he gets into the secondary where the strong safety has to make the tackle. That's just great job of staying on your block.
With the College Football Association present a Big East matchup featuring the Syracuse Orangemen and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Talking to his 2 backs there. Wes Bridges is checked into the game, number 32, as Rutgers faces a 2nd down and 6. Lucas on the run finds the receiver Ed Walker to the near side, and Walker out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That's going to be very close to the first down. Bob Grosvenor, number 27, was over there on the tackle. How does Lucas throw on the run? Is he comfortable with that?
Yeah, they like to get him on the perimeter because he has such great speed for a quarterback.
They'll bring 2 wide receivers to the near side on a 3rd down and 5 from the 13-yard line. Now it looks like Lucas trying to check off at the line of scrimmage from the shotgun and throwing it to the corner to Brantley. No, broke it up. Bob Grosvenor was there. It appeared that Brantley had the ball momentarily, and then Grosvenor was able to strip it away.
Yeah. It was a blitz, and that's why Lucas hesitated at the line of scrimmage. Now, he reads the blitz, but the ball's going to be a little bit short. And Brantley's going to get his hands on it and just doesn't tuck the ball away. And Grosvenor is able to get his hand in there. Watch, Brantley makes the catch, but he hesitates before he pulls it into his body, and that allows Grosvenor to get his hand in there and strip the ball out. That's a great play by the strong safety.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and 5 and a field goal attempt. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted to the 21-yard line. John Benestad will attempt field goal.
Well, and they had the matchup they wanted here. When Lucas read the blitz, that meant he had his best receiver, Brantley, working against a strong safety, not a corner, but a great recovery play by the strong safety Grosvenor at the very end of that play. And I'll tell you what, if that explains anything right there, it's just that don't give up a play until you hear the whistle. Grosvenor made a late play on it and saved the touchdown.
4 players have over 1,000 yards in the Big East in rushing this year. Willis leading the way with 1,212 coming into this game. Robert Walker of West Virginia trails him by 85. And of course, West Virginia BC play later, as on this carry, Willis picking up some yards as he gets it to the 40-yard line. So On a 1st and 15, Willis able to get it across midfield down to the 45 where Hemsley and Grosvenor made the tackle as the Rice
until the play was over.
Willis is the first player since Kurt Edwards in '75 to rush for over 1,000 yards in a season for Rutgers. On 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, Willis will get it again. He's got a seam. Willis inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Nate Hemsley made the tackle along with Bob Grosvenor. One of those guys nearly took his head off, but Willis, strong, able to maintain his balance. I think it was football. I'll tell you that. So the Rutgers defense has sort of set the tone now for this game ever since they had that goal line stand in the second quarter. It's 17-10. We're just underway, 4th quarter from the Meadowlands, as Rutgers has its 2nd and 9 from the 21 out of the shotgun. Lucas looking to throw, and he finally finds his tight end, Marco Battaglia. I'll tell you, Doug Graber says this guy is going to be a great player for Rutgers in the future.
And one of the new rules in college football is on the onside kicks, you have to have at least four guys on each side of the ball, and they put that rule in to prevent any serious injuries.
Jump ball. And Syracuse is signaling they've got it. Rutgers is signaling they've got it, but the only signal that counts is the guy in the striped shirt. And he said Syracuse football. Well, Malcolm Thomas makes the last carry as Syracuse has defeated Rutgers 31-18, the final score from the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The coaches, Paul Pasqualoni and Doug Graber, shaking hands there at midfield. These two will meet again and again and again. Both a couple of very good coaches. Both had previous head coaching experience before they took their jobs. Graber at Montana State.
Golf. Football. Golf. Now, football.
Miller Lite presents Full Contact Golf.
Yeah!
We're still on the first hole, Bob, and this is Davis teeing it up. Here's the drive. It is blocked! Brought to you by Miller Lite. If you can combine great taste with less filling, you can combine anything. Oh, he's got daylight going for the green. Here's the putt. There's the blitz. It's good! Yeah! Tough hole. Good beer. Great taste, less filling. Can your beer do